Gloucestershire police officers have been left a little upset recently after it's been revealed that 79% of the force feel that they are not paid enough to deal with the extra hazards that they've faced this year. Now, I'm talking about the lurgy for clarification. You know, that practically the entire British police force failed to acknowledge while forcing guidelines onto the public by failing to wear any PPE themselves for months. The sob story comes as the lurgy pandemic has supposedly introduced new responsibilities to policing, such as enforcing lockdown rules. That's rules, not laws. While coping with the added risk police allegedly face of contracting the virus. Even though, as I have said, they failed to give a shit about it for months, ignoring their own rules on PPE. However, it's incredibly telling when you realise just how many police have died as a result of the lurgy. 3/4 of all respondents, at 74%, thought that Gloucestershire Police had managed officers well throughout the crisis, while 10% believed it had not managed officers well, and 17% believed the force had handled officers neither well or badly. More than 1 in 2, that's 55%, said the lurgy crisis has had an impact, negative impact on their morale. But more than 8 out of 10, that's 82%, said the factor most likely to have a negative impact on their morale was how the police was treated as a whole by the public. Boo-hoo. See this? It's the world's smallest violin. Let me play you a soothing tune. You know, maybe if you started doing your job and not enforcing rules and guidance, then the public may have a tad more respect for you. Yes, there are some wankers out there, but the majority of bad feeling that you get as police is brought on all by yourself. So you've got zero sympathy from me. Almost a third of respondents, 31%, said they are worried about finances on a near daily basis, while 52% said they were worse off financially in 2020 than they were 5 years earlier. And don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. Your very own actions assisting with the destruction of small businesses is going to see huge repercussions across the country for a long time to come. So yet again, you are also, even if only partly, responsible for yourselves being financially worse off. John Apter, Police Federation, England and Wales National Chairman, said these results should give serious concerns to chief constables and to the government. The low morale reported by officers comes as no surprise, but the police service needs to take its head out of the sand and acknowledge we have a serious issue. My colleagues take the time to fill in these surveys and give their honest views. So it would be a failing by police leaders to ignore what is being said. This year, more than ever, officers have been put under significant pressure, dealing with the day job as well as policing the constantly changing lurgy rules. Despite doing their very best, they have been turned into the villains of this pandemic by some, damned whatever they do, and this constant criticism takes its toll. Whilst it might come as a surprise to some, police officers are human beings. They have their own worries about the virus and the fear that they take it home to their families. I accept that the well-being of police officers is considered more now than it has ever been in the past. There is some good work going on in some forces, but the benefits of this good work are still not being felt by all of our members, and that is a serious issue. This must be seen for what it is, a cry for help from police officers who need to ensure their voice is heard. If these results are ignored by police leaders, then this will be a failing that will be unforgivable. He described the freeze to public sector pay as penalising the very people who have kept the wheels turning in the fight against the lurgy. Now, they've hardly kept the wheels turning, have they? Small businesses were trying to keep the wheels turning, but you clowns clamped down on them anyway. A Home Office spokesperson said, "Our brave police officers and staff have worked heroically to protect the public during the pandemic. The Home Secretary and the British people are extremely grateful for their dedication and sacrifice. The government has already recruited almost 6,000 of the additional 20,000 police officers, with many forces having met or exceeded their first year targets. We are also doubling the sentence length for those who assault emergency workers and are introducing a police covenant to protect police officers, staff and their families. Access to testing is available to anyone who needs it, including police officers and staff, and the National Police Chief Council has confirmed that police have had a good supply of PPE throughout the pandemic. Deputy Chief Constable of Gloucestershire Constabulary, John Stratford, said, "Policing has always been a tough job, and policing in a pandemic has brought additional pressures. Too often, our frontline staff are criticised, assaulted and verbally abused, but they continue to come to work and provide a superb policing service to communities within Gloucestershire. No police officers or staff have been furloughed throughout this period. Our resourcing levels have remained stable, and we have been able to continue to provide a 24/7 service to all our communities." Yeah, for what that service is worth. It certainly seems that offences with a monetary penalty have been prioritised over many actual crimes where someone suffered harm, loss or damage. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.